Hi everybody, this is Jess from Sweaty Ganesh Yoga, and today we're going to talk about core strengthening, which is what we're focused on this November in our strength and conditioning classes. This will be a 3-part video, and we're going to show you 3 separate exercises designed to build some core strength. So first I just want to talk briefly about what your core is and what the layers of your abdominals are, because I think it's an often misunderstood topic. So you've got essentially 3 layers of abdominal muscles here in your body, and I'll explain them like the sheets of your bed. So your fitted bed sheet, the bottom layer, is the deepest layer of your abdominals. It's called your transverse abdominis. It's sometimes called the corset muscle because it actually wraps all the way around here below the belly button and it attaches back at your spine. So it's super helpful in terms of functional core strength, being able to stabilize your body and transfer force. If you're going to go from sitting down to standing up, you need that TA on board to help you make that action. The the middle layer, which will be sort of like the top bed sheets that goes over the fitted sheets, those are your obliques. Those kind of come in from the sides here. They also wrap around and also attach back at your spine. So they're also very important for stabilizing the body. They also are very helpful for asymmetrical motions, twisting, or if you're going to bend down and turn at the same time to pick something up, you want the obliques on board to help you make those kind of motions. The very top layer of your abdominals, which is kind of like your comforter, would be your rectus abdominis. And those are 2 strips of muscles that kind of come down like this. The muscle fibers run horizontally so that if you really tone up those muscles, you get a six-pack-like effect. So those are the six-pack muscles. We often see people who have a six-pack and think they must have amazing core strength. That may or may not be the case. In terms of actual functional core strength, your rectus abdominis are the least important. They're primarily responsible for this motion, like this, where you kind of come in, which is a motion that you would make if you're going into fight or flight, if you had to prepare to do something really quickly, if you're protecting your body. Those muscles engage for that. One really important thing to know about the abdominal layers is that your ability to access the abdominal layers and to use your core strength is really intimately hooked in with your breathing. So your respiratory diaphragm, which is the muscle that as you inhale it descends down and as you exhale it lifts up, so it helps you out with breathing. That muscle shares muscle fibers with the transverse abdominis. So that's the effect you get every time you exhale. You have a sensation of the pelvic floor lifting up and the belly coming in, because the respiratory diaphragm connects with the TA, the transverse abdominis, and it pulls it in every time you exhale. Similarly, the obliques share muscle fibers with your intercostals. So as you inhale, the intercostals kind of expand. As you exhale, they contract and come in. They also share fibers with the obliques, so you are activating essentially your core strength by breathing properly with your diaphragm. Okay, so the first exercise we're going to show you is how to look at boat pose or navasana, which is something we often do in yoga classes, but how to do it from a perspective of actually using those deep abdominal layers, in particular really using the TA or that transverse abdominis. So we're going to use a strap here, and you'll sit down. I'm going to show you from the sides. You can see kind of what people often do with boat pose. So boat pose, navasana, often looks like this in classes, where you come out, you can see it in a supported version, grabbing the knees, an unsupported version here. You often sometimes see it if people have the capacity in the hamstrings that length with the legs extended. This would be a higher boat versus a low boat. The problem that we often see in yoga classes is that people come into this pose, they feel really unstable, and they start to round the back to try to hold them. So in this position, I'm using a lot of back strength to support me. I'm also really using the rectus abdominis. Again, that motion of going like this, the rectus is holding me. I'm not really able to access these deep layers. My back is this rounded. So if you're having that difficulty, it can be really helpful to use a strap. The strap will go at the balls of your feet here. You'll lift yourself up, so you'll roll back onto your sits bones. Lift your legs up, and then if you start to feel like you're rounding, see if you can pull against the strap, lift your chest, your sternum, lift your low back, and press your stomach against your thighs. As you do that, you might feel that the low back muscles can let go a little bit, and you've got your TA on board now, so those deep abdominals are really helping to hold you here. If you practice like this for quite some time with an air to breathing fully and deeply again with that exhale, and then really engaging the deep abdominals, you might have more success when you come back to the pose without the strap, really again keeping the back nice and lifted. So give that a go, see how it is.